Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have the pleasure of being joined by one of our local citizens that have really made an impact on our community that I hope that all of us can get involved with and follow the lead. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I am being joined by Mark Storrs. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Alton. Thank you very much.
Well, Mark, you know what? You and I was sitting having a conversation outside of the studio, and I said, wait a minute, I got to go ahead and get you on because you have a lot to talk about, and I want to hear every bit of the details. But, Mark, before we get into talking about what we want to talk about, tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Alton, I moved here from California about a year and a half ago. I'm a retired registered nurse.
Wait a minute, hold on. You were moved here from California?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to come back to that in just a moment, but keep going, okay?
Okay. I moved here from Sacramento, California. I met this wonderful lady from Auburn, Alabama.
I knew there was a story in this. Go ahead. Okay.
And bought a home down on College Avenue, and I fell in love with the city, and noticed a few things that could be improved, and so I got involved with city government. I'm a very I love volunteering. I've been doing it for probably 40 years.
Oh my.
And it was my way of helping out the city and showing my appreciation and my passion for not only the city of LaGrange, but also Troup County.
Absolutely. You know, and you said a lot of great things there. And you said you moved here from California, and like I said, I knew there was a story in the move, and you fell in love with the area. Tell me, what are some of the things that you really enjoy about the city of LaGrange, Troup County?
Well, comparing it to California, although the weather is quite humid, we get plenty of rainfall year round. Mm-hmm. Okay. The LaGrange has a lot of businesses, and you just have to get out and invent them or explore them to see all the possibilities that exist. But the biggest sell to LaGrange and the state of Georgia is the cost of living. I mean, the cost of living is so much more respectable and affordable than it will ever be in the state of California. So that was a big selling point.
You know, and I've been to California a couple of times, and I definitely have to agree with you. Actually, I have some friends that live in California now, and they tell me what they pay in rent.
Yes.
And I was like, my God, that's my mortgage payment by 4 times, you know. So you're absolutely right. So, you know, with Mark, we're definitely happy that you're here in LaGrange. And not only did you come to LaGrange, you met a young lady that you stated. You met a young lady. You guys have moved here to LaGrange. You didn't just come to LaGrange and sit down. You got involved. Talk a little bit about what you're doing here in our community.
Well, having retired as a registered nurse, I need something besides taking care of the home to keep myself busy. And I'm not one to sit on my laurels and just let time waste
Pass
away.
If
I can see something that I can put my talents and my skills to use for the benefit of the city or the county, I'm going to do it. That's the type of person that I am, and I'm passionate about it. I recognize the importance of volunteering, and I realize that not everything can be done by a paid city employee, and that's where volunteers like myself come in and play a very important role in helping out the city. So and it was very easy for me to see what needed to be done, especially on Vernon Street in Whitesville. I mean, they're major arterials, and I don't know how many cars travel each of those roadways each day, but you want those areas to look decent and to show a positive reflection on the city.
Absolutely. You know, you talked about, you know, you want those major roadways to look nice. And when we're talking about, you have adopted Vernon Road, I understand, from Park Avenue all the way into the downtown area. And you also adopted Whitesville Road. And and you stated a moment ago, because you want those areas to look nice.
Yes.
How often do you pick up those areas, if I may ask, Mark?
Whitesville Road, I'm figuring 2 to 3 weeks. I was out there about 2 weeks ago, and I travel it every so often just to see the amount of litter, and I don't want it to get too bad where it becomes an eyesore. So I'll most likely be going out next week and picking it up. The thing is that you don't want to spend the whole day picking up trash on Whitesville or Vernon Street. If you can knock it out in 2, 3, 4 hours, depending on how much trash,
that's right.
That's better, especially during the summer months when it gets warm.
A little bit hotter.
Yes.
You were talking about the humidity a moment ago. I'm sure the humidity here is nothing like what you experience in California, I'm sure.
No, it's not. And it's taken me a little time to get used to.
Absolutely. Plenty of water.
Oh, yes, sir.
Plenty of water, absolutely. Well, Mark, you was talking about Whites Road and Vernon Road. And the city a year ago started the campaign "Leaving It Better Than You Found It," and you took that on and took it to heart. And not only have you adopted these areas now, and then ask the question: when you're out there picking up, is it just you and your fiance, or do you have a group with you? How is that done?
Well, most of my efforts are on an individual basis.
Okay.
I see a need, I go out, tackle it, and move on. Now, with that being said, I'm also involved in the monthly litter pickups with Meg Kelsey and Katie Van Shore, and once you start doing that and you get some exposure, then you become part of the family, so to speak.
And as a part of the family, last month we had our "Leaving It Better Than You Found It" campaign pick up once again, and we put out some signs that says, "We cleaned it up. Now it's up to you to keep it up." And then on the square, when we climaxed, we recognized 2 individual citizens in our community that had been to every monthly pickup that the city had, because after we had our initial kickoff, then it continued on a monthly basis. And I think one of those persons that were recognized was none other than Mark Storrs. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
And I'm proud of that attention. There was probably a couple reasons for it. It's meant to get more people involved in volunteering with for the city and for the county, but it also lets people know how passionate and how much I love the city of LaGrange and its surrounding areas. There's and with the global problem. Worldwide of pollution and litter, perhaps I can be a role model for others that shows a before effect and an after effect, and so there was a couple reasons behind that.
Absolutely. Well, I too, have been with the annual yearly cleanup. Unfortunately, I don't make the Saturday cleanups because I have meetings scheduled those Saturdays. But we do have another one coming up here that I will be at, because I'm like yourself. When you drive into a community, it says a lot about you when you drive your major arterial roadways and they look clean and nice and well kept and manicured. And then it also says something when you drive into a community, and it says a lot to our visitors when they drive into a community and they see a lot of trash and debris and various things of that nature. Let me ask you, we were talking before we came on, and you were talking about people walking along the roadways or down the sidewalks, and they may have a wrapper, a bag, or Coke bottle, and they just toss it on the ground. What would you say to those individuals?
Well, I would be proactive and ask them. put the candy wrapper. Hold on to the plastic water bottle, or the food wrapper, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. Hold on to it till you come across a garbage can and put it in the garbage can. Better yet, if you find a recyclable receptacle, put it in there if the product meets the matches the receptacle. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody, Alton, likes to see their neighborhood or their community littered, mm-hmm. and so it just takes a couple very easy, simple tasks to hold on to that item till you either find a garbage can or take it home and dispose of it in your waste can at home. It's very simple. We've done a majority of the work. Now please help us in maintaining those clean shoulders and roadways and neighborhood areas.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that was very well said, because, so many times, and especially our younger generation, I'm not going to pick on any generation, but we would ask, as they are walking our streets, the roadways, and definitely people that have trash bags on their vehicles, make sure they're secure on the vehicle so they don't blow off, because we have citizens like Mark here that spends his time helping to make sure that we keep our communities looking like we want them to look, to our visiting community, to those that will move from California to locate here. And Mark, I just want to commend you. And I think the recognition that you received a couple of last month is due to you because of the fact that you've been to every cleanup that we've had here in the city. So I just want to say thank you for taking time out to come on my show today to share that with us. And I want to say thank you for what you do to make our community the greatest little city in America.
Well, thank you, Alton. It means a lot, and when someone gets this acknowledgement and kudos and accolades like you just gave to me, it means a lot. And Katie Van Shore has given me countless thank yous and rounds of applause since I've been doing this, and I think that's one of the reasons that I keep doing it, is because I'm being appreciated.
Well, we definitely appreciate it, Mark. I want to say again, thank you very much for being on the show today.
Thank you all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment.